Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is. You show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox postgame podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of Halos in the Infield. I am your host, ToddFox, as we start off here. If you're new to the show, we're going to get into all the comments. We're going to even take phone calls later in the show. But to start things off, we're going to go to 714 Tickets. 714 Tickets. 714 Tickets is a place to be. If you want to buy tickets, the price that you see is the ticket price. You get no hidden fees. Just put Halos in the Infield, HITI, in the apply code now at checkout and get an additional 10% off your purchase, plus a 5% off for your next purchase, and also get in the drawing for this month's end of the month free jersey courtesy of Halos in the Infield. Now, also, I want to get into keep an eye out whenever you go to Noble Brewing. Ask for Halos in the Infield. You get $1 off of any pint there. So let's get it started, okay? Tonight, the Angels' win streak comes to an end tonight. The Angels lose tonight 6-2. It wasn't pretty, and it was a little bit longer than what we're normally used to on this homestand because the homestand games have been going by really quick in the 2 hour to 2.5 hour radius of time. But this game was frustrating on a lot of levels because you got to see some of the young bullpen pitching come out. You had a lot of good. You had Webb come in there, Bachman. We'll talk about how they did, but the Angels spoiled 10 hits tonight. I mean, you got 2 runs on 10 hits. That's not utilizing runners in scoring position. We'll talk about how that came to be too, because you had many opportunities in this game for the Angels to take the lead, take control, and they didn't do it. And then you look on the other side, Miami finished with 16 hits. Yes, 16 hits, 6 runs, 16 hits. And even they left a lot of guys on base tonight. So Reed Detmers went up against Lazardo, who I didn't really give too much credit going into this game. I thought the Angels would wipe the floor with him, but he comes out there and gets the W. Detmers unfortunately falls to 0-4, tough luck loser tonight. The Marlins started off with Gene Segura on a fly ball to Mike Trout, a sacrifice scoring De La Cruz. It was 1-0, and then the Soler just hit an absolute bomb right off of Reed Detmers after the Angels had not scored anything. Like a pitch later, Soler just took him deep, and it was 2-0. And then in the 5th inning, Mike Trout, who a lot of us on here are saying it's not clutch, he came through in an early situation of clutchness in the 5th inning and got a line drive, which Chad Wallach scored. Now, talking about Chad Wallach there, he gets a single, he gets to second base on a pass ball. Had he not did that, he wouldn't have scored. And you know what? If you looked at the third base coach, Hasselman was about ready to put up the stop sign, and it looked like Wallach was going to go through anyway. Hasselman didn't start waving him in until he was already rounding third, meaning Hasselman doesn't know his job! And he was going to hold Wallach up again. But thankfully, Wallach ran through a potential stop sign and scored a run, and it was 2-1. So it was the 6th inning, and Nick Fortis scores on a single line drive. It was a 4th straight hit given up by Detmers, and then all of a sudden they bring in Webb. Webb gets a ground ball to shortstop. Neto makes the play, goes home. They save the run. And then he gets 2 more strikeouts. Impressive. And they get out of the inning. Brandon Drury comes back, gets a home run. It's 3-2. Now, after the Angels had got one, they gave one right back to Soler, and then they did it right here again, because once the Angels pulled within 1 run after the home run by Drury, well, they just decided to give up 2 more runs. No shutdown again. Second time they had an opportunity to get a shutdown inning. But Brian De La Cruz, and I will say this about Webb's pitch, Had he thrown the changeup a little too much? Yes. But it was a perfect pitch that was not in the strike zone. It was all credit to De La Cruz going down there and freaking reaching for the pitch and putting it over the fence. I thought that was a great piece of hitting right there. I'm going to give props to that hitter because Webb threw about as good a pitch as you could possibly throw. Unlike Reed Detmers tonight, who, when it was ahead and was up 2 strikes, he kept throwing pitches up in the zone when he was ahead or it was 2 balls, 2 strikes. He was throwing sliders and curveballs up in the zone, and they were getting hit for base hits or just hard line drives. So that was kind of tough to watch. And then Sam Bachman, look, 2 things I didn't like about him tonight. Now, he did look good. I'll get into his numbers on a couple of batters or whatever, but he let some guys get on with some hits. He also overthrew that fastball way too much. It could be jitters, could be rookie, but hey, he's made it to the show. Let's see what he can do. I think he's going to be a good pitcher for us. However, the one thing I didn't like, he's wearing number 40. That's sacrilegious. Again, when Brandon Marsh busted out the 16 for Garrett Anderson, that number should be retired. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Castro wore 15. Tim Salmons should be retired. The 25 number should be retired for Gloss too, I believe. 57 for Rodriguez. Percival 40. I don't like. I mean, if he thinks he's freaking Troy Percival, you got to earn that shit. You just come out here with 99. Come out with like 13 or something. Don't come out here with a guy's number that is a hero to the team. That's just my impression. You got to earn those numbers if they're still available. I don't think just giving them to a guy is cool. Let's go over the box score. Taylor Ward impressed tonight. He was 1 for 5. Again, a lot of people were asking why is he in the lineup again. Well, it's lefty, and right now, playing the percentages, philosophy doesn't want to give any of these lefties a chance. Either Walsh, Moniak, or other hitters that are lefties, except Ohtani, an opportunity against another left-handed pitcher. And Ohtani didn't look good tonight at all. Maybe he should have sat too. He was 0 for 4 and pretty much useless with his helmet flying off his head several times. Renfroe only got a hit. He was 1 for 4. Drury had the home run. Urshela had a night, though. He went 3 for 4. He almost got a 4th hit, but Davis made a really nice catch in center field. Renifo went 1 for 4. Wallach went 1 for 1 and 2 at bats. He also walked. I thought that they pulled him prematurely. Walsh got a walk. Theis struck out. Neto, he left 6 guys on base tonight, guys. 2 strikeouts in critical situations with guys on base early in the game, and then also with guys on base, he grounded out weakly to third. The pitching stats for the Angels: Reed Detmers, 5 innings pitched, 3 runs, 10 freaking hits. That's too much. He also had 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 3 earned runs, and the home run. Webb got charged with that home run by De La Cruz. That was still a good pitch. He had 3 strikeouts. Sam Bachman debuted 2 innings, 1 earned run, 4 hits allowed. I think a lot of that was jitters. He threw about 50 or 60 pitches, so look for him to sit for like 2 or 3 days. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks for Sam Bachman, and there was like 32,000 in attendance, and the game was about 2 hours and 45 minutes, but it felt like 3 hours and 45 minutes because of all the freaking hits. Real quickly on the Marlins before I get into the comments and the awards for tonight. Look up and down their lineup. Look at this right here. Berti, the shortstop, he was 1 for 4. He left 6 guys on base, okay? But Soler 1 for 5. He had the home run. Arez was 2 for 4. You had Cooper, who was 1 for 5. You had De La Cruz, who was 4 for 5. They couldn't get him out tonight. Gurriel had 2 for 5. Segura was 2 for 5. He was coming in batting 170 or 180. You had Fortes with 2 hits and 5 at-bats. Jonathan Davis had 1 hit and 5 at-bats. They left like 15 guys on base. They left a lot of guys on base tonight. Or actually, they left 12 guys on base. So they could have scored a lot more runs. The Angels left on 8 guys on base. They were 1 for 8 in runners in scoring position. That's pretty bad. Let's go over. Well, let me go over who got the Stamos for tonight, and let's go over who got the Nacho Nights. I mean, look, if you get a hat, if you look tonight, the special for the crowd tonight was the bucket hat, right? The reversible bucket hat. So if Ward doesn't qualify in getting one of those, but he still gets a hat. What hat does he deserve tonight? Why, it's the golden sombrero. Yes, the golden sombrero for Taylor Ward. He went 1 for 5, 4 strikeouts. My dad was yelling at the TV saying, "Why does he keep swinging at that stuff in the dirt? There's no reason to swing at that stuff." And I told him this. I said, "You know what, Dad? It's easy for you to say that on the couch. However, if I'm talking to Ward, and I'm telling him, okay, you want to stop swinging that shit at your feet? Here's how you do it. When the ball leaves the pitcher's hand and its trajectory is lining up with your kneecaps and he's been throwing you nothing but sliders, the book on you is to get him out with sliders. Chances are it's a slider. Now, if this pitch starts belt high and above, it's going to be hittable. But no, every pitch was a slider down around his knees off the arm angle, and then by the time it got to home plate, it was in the fucking dirt. And it was so easy to see he was going to swing at it every time. Same lazy-ass swing every time from Ward. Same swing that I remember a guy that wore number 32 who looked like he didn't give a shit towards the end of his Angel career, Josh Hamilton, would swing at every slider in the dirt. Now Taylor Ward's doing that. And again, we've been screaming since day one. Okay, fine, philosophy. If you don't want to start a left-hander versus a left-hander and you insist on having a struggling Taylor Ward out there, not setting up our number 2 and 3 and 4 hitters, well, why don't you just put him down in the lineup and move Neto to the top or put Urshela at the top? No, philosophy says lead off Taylor Ward. The cold guy is who you ride. That's philosophy. That's Nevin logic right there. That is so stupid because it's been over and over and over. We've seen this guy is just not doing anything. And he's same bad habits. Nobody's working with him. If Marcus Thames is working with him, I apologize. Because I knew last year Sereno and Reed didn't do shit. Reed was chasing Pokemon. Sereno was going back and forth for more nachos when he ran out and he licked the helmet clean of cheese. That's all those two assholes were doing. Marcus Thames, he looks like he's more into it and he's talking to some of the hitters. If he's working with Ward, Ward's not listening. Or maybe he just, maybe he's working with him and he's just not getting it. I don't know. But there's some sort of disconnect, and this shouldn't happen game after game after game. I realize slumps happen, but he looks like a non-ready regular. He doesn't look like a baseball player. He doesn't right now. Right now, he looks terrible. So let's get to the, what is it? And I just realized what I did tonight, too. I just realized I went in a Ward's thing right now, and I used the wrong thing. I meant to go. See, that's how much I was overlooking the Stamos. So let's start that over. Oops. Okay, we all know how that one goes. So the Stamos Award really doesn't go to him. I played the wrong one. It goes to De La Cruz. 4 hits, 5 in 5 at bats, two RBIs, including the big 2-run homer that put the game away. That made it essentially out of reach. That made it 5-2 at the time. So De La Cruz is your winner. Now, after all that I said, keep that in mind about Taylor Ward. And here's Nacho Night.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
Okay, so everything I just said, rewind that, and there's your Nacho Award winner. I don't know why I did it backwards. Maybe it's just because it's so frustrating tonight. I just, usually I'm on it with this stuff, but no, I messed up. Ward gets your nachos. De La Cruz gets your Stamos, and that's how it went tonight. This was just a weird game. 16 hits. They were putting the barrel of the bat on the ball again. There was no velo in this game. You didn't need to get the bat to crush the ball. Just find the holes, and it seemed like they did all night tonight. So that was that. The Angels lose tonight. And it sucks too because again Texas took on Baltimore. I figured okay, Baltimore, they're not going to win every game against Texas and vice versa, but man, they got spanked tonight, dude. So you drop another game in the standings. I think we're sitting at 5 back now of them, which, again, I'm not worried because it's Texas. If Houston gets a lead like that, then I start to worry. But right now, 5 games back, 28-24. 3 games back is Houston as they went on to lose, I believe. No, they won today again because they're playing a bye week. Oakland is everyone's bye week, but in baseball, it's a bye day. So, tough one there. Maybe that threw me off too, but I apologize for being a little backwards on that one. Let's get into the comments here tonight, shall we? Let's see. ToddFox loves the Dodgers, huh? I wonder who that is. That's a new one. Mickey Mouse Dodgers do it again. Let's see. You can't tell me Nevin didn't lose us this game. Detmers was at 86 pitches deep in the 6th inning. Exactly. Let's see. Dan Rio says, ToddFox loves the Dodgers, can't spell, must be a Dodger fan, must have dropped out of the 5th grade. Yeah, well, being smarter than the 5th grader is not a required thing for a Dodger fan. You just have to be breathing and drinking a beer and carrying a weapon. Taylor Ward, you are the 4th outfielder. Yes, I believe so too. Again, Moniak should have been in there tonight. Mickey Angels, Ohtani will go to the Dodgers, so will Trout. Well, that's how much ToddFox loves the Dodgers because, again, Trout is signed forever. We're stuck with him no matter what, or, good or bad. Also, Dan Rio says Ward is out of the leadoff, damn it. Dan Rio says Trout has a no trade. Ohtani won't play for the Liberals. Jason says Taylor Ward just gave Moniak the leadoff spot. Shithole Gettle. Let's see. Midopi says 1 day off and the Angels regress to sub 500 team. I love it here. And that's what sucks. Again, I think it was a chair and a few other fans were like, hey, you know what? The Angels, it sucks that we have an off day because this team's been playing so good. And all of a sudden, it stops the momentum. But I think Phil had a hand in that as well. See, Dodger fans are the R word. Ohtani would be a Padre to play with his friend Yu Darvish. Alex says Ward is just straight up ass meat. Let's see, I'm not reading that one, Grill, because that is really dumb. Also, will the game be on tomorrow? We'll be at the game tomorrow, though, Alex says. Okay, I'll be there Sunday. Neto's really first bad game. He can have a mulligan, Grillmaster says. Fire Nevin as well. Soler hit the freaking snot rocket, and I kind of love it. That's a guy, too, that when he was a free agent from the Royals, remember, he was a real big player in that team. And, again, he was another one where I really wanted him to possibly be an Angel. And he signed for a real cheap contract, if I remember right. See, Detmers wasn't horrible. Bachman was good, too, 94-98. He's a rookie, did better than expected. Exactly. I mean, you can't crush the guy. All I'm saying is he was overthrowing his fastball a little bit too much. That's why it was creeping around the hitter's head. And then he was having a little bit problem with control on the outside. But other than that, I mean, when he needed to get a strikeout, he went for it, and he looked good. So I think there's a lot of good potential there. And I love what Webb did. So, I mean, those two guys did a pretty good job out of the bullpen, even though they allowed some runs. But the Angels, they just didn't get nothing going. I agree with Landon. That was a stupid take by Grill. Also, Ward should stay. Landon likes Ward. DFA, the rally monkey, Kroomskar. I agree with that. Let's see. Ohtani striking out 3 times is devaluating himself for the Dodgers. Oh, good God. Ward should be sent down. Yvette says. Dan Rio says Ohtani won't play for the Lagetto. Nah-Man says not a good game overall. Detmers is trying to strike out everyone, causing his pitch count to rise and him throwing balls because his walks and runs. And that's the thing, too. I mean, again, he's falling behind and he's throwing pitches that are too far up in the zone. If you want to get a strikeout, go down in the zone, pinch a guy inside. Don't be throwing it up and out and over the plate where they could just swing at it and poke it into the outfield. And that's what they were doing all night. So I think as Angels fans, we need to take the words of Will Ferrell.
Come on, all right, everybody. That's what I'm talking about, guys. We've made a great effort so far. Let's just keep it up.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've gone too far. There's too much to lose. We've got to keep our composure.
Grillmaster says this team sucks. Phil Nevin coaching. Fuck. Let's see. Umpire strike zone was inconsistent. At ToddFox loves Dodgers. Just goes to show you how delusional Dodger fans are. Made an account just to troll the Angels podcast. Low life. Neto was trying to do too much. Ward shouldn't be leading off and put him in the 7th spot. And you know what, Yvette? You are absolutely right, because if he was in the 7th spot, maybe he'd have a little bit less pressure on him that he's already putting on himself, and we'd be actually
winning.
But no, they have to do it the other way, and he has to put him up in the leadoff spot where, again, a guy batting now, you really want a guy. That's like if we had Squid from last year leadoff. That's how dumb that is. You're having Ward, who's now batting about 220 now. Now he's your leadoff guy. It doesn't make any sense. Johnny B. Good says, why the hell isn't Moniak starting? He's got to hit lefties sometime. Yet he pulls Wallach. I would say unbelievable, but it's believable. Though that's Phil Nevin logic. That's what I've been telling you guys. If it sounds right, it makes sense to you, he goes the opposite way. Again, Moniak, I'm totally there with you. He's got to be able to hit at left-handers. Give him a shot. I understand that, you know, a guy like Walsh has issues with left-handers. He's built a career and a resume with that. He has a hard time hitting a sweeping slider. He has a hard time with a pitch inside. I get it. I get why he would rest Walsh. But I don't get the Moniak thing, because I think Moniak is your hardest hitter. He's hitting like 419. And then you have, you know, Ohtani, again, who you have to physically remove from the lineup. And he's up there swinging in his hats. You know, why? You know, I'd rather have your best players out there. And again, Wallach was doing good. I don't agree with the pinch hitting late in the game. I know that the Marlins waited for them to pinch hit and then switch pitchers, which was smart. He's out coached by a guy who's barely been coaching. You know what I mean? Like, this is, again, Skip Schumacher, if you remember, he was sort of like a decent major leaguer with St. Louis Cardinals not too long ago. He was okay, kind of a pitcher, kind of a hitter. But that guy outsmarts you? Okay. I mean, it's not like he retired like years and years ago. It was only a few years ago. So how many times do these guys have to swing at low pitches in the dirt? At least 10 times intentional. They throw there and DFA Ward. Darvish left L.A. because he was receiving death threats after his performances in 2017 World Series. Ohtani will never play for that shit city, Hayes says. Javier says Ward does not need to start. Nevin needs to stop playing the names on the back and play the people that are killing it. The game was gifted to the effing by the Marlins by Nevin. And I agree. I mean, look, I think there's still a pitching aspect in the game, but you think about it, 6 runs on 16 hits. The Angels left 8 men on, went 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They could have drove in a few of those runs to tie the game or take the lead. But again, we'll never know because they put themselves in such a bad situation. Also, that will in Houston sucked Ward's soul out in Space Jam. Aliens did those to the NBA players. Let's see. Midapi says, hold on a second. Skipped here for. Also, notice that once we get rid of Moranta, we start losing. Also, he was you were that guy's only fan. Jesus says Angels and Phil Nevin are swinging and missing as Angels as the baseball is a piñata. Yeah, they look like they're swinging and missing, or they're blindfolded. Yvette says bingo. Todd, Neto at number 1 and Giovanni at 2. If Phil isn't going to play Moniak. Exactly, Yvette. See, Ward always swinging for the fences. Exactly. See, Angels did a lot of fishy stuff tonight. Oh, good God. See, who said Ohtani to the Dodgers needs a honk? Let's see. I'm a Dodger fan and definitely have an IQ of 200. My Ultra Doyers superpowers tell me Todd's... God, this guy, dude. I might know who this is, too. So we'll see. See, not Todd loves the Dodgers. You sound retarded. Let's see. Are you sure Sam isn't going back to the minors? You see, Grill. You see how that just stops the show. Let's see. Sim says Webb did a decent job. The outfield defense let him down with a 2-run homer that should have been caught. Well, I don't think that. I mean, look, Sims. That ball was going to go off the fence, I think, either way, whether Renfroe gets there or not. I just think that was a better piece of hitting. De La Cruz hit the shit out of that ball. That ball was like literally a few inches below the strike zone at his feet and around his ankles maybe. And he took that to right center field. That was a nice piece of hitting, and that was a beautifully pitched. That's the kind of pitch that if Detmers throws to a few batters earlier in the game, he's still pitching. He's still pitching into the 7th inning, 8th inning possibly. But he throws too many pitches up in the zone, and the guys were hitting it. Let's see. Mateo says, "What's up, guys? I just got off work, 4 to 12-hour shifts this weekend." Oh, man. And Drizzle says, "Webb shouldn't have came back out. That's on Nevin." And let's see. To the offense, shout out to the offense for going for 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Offense is streaky as fuck. They sure are. Non-Man says, at ToddFox, I rather suck by... Wow, I'll leave that one. I'll let that one marinate. Trotter here says, we got into too many double plays. 44 this season. Remember last year, the bad thing on the Angels was, man, we had way too many strikeouts. We lead the league in strikeouts. Now it's double plays, and those are absolutely worse because those are inning killers. You know, you can start off an inning with first and second, nobody out, you're doing good, and then some numbnut hits it right to short, and then it's a 6-4-3, and all of a sudden you got a runner at third, or like our luck lately has been, get the leadoff guy on, ground into a double play, then get the next guy on and another guy on, pretend like you're going to score, and then pop out or strike out. That's been how we've been doing it. Landon says Nevin needs to go. I wish. Where's Squid? He's doing better right now. Hell yeah, Randy. No, he's down in the minors still sucking. Ryan says, Shohei, you need to redeem yourself tomorrow. You're 0 for 4 today. 3 strikeouts from the same pitcher. Exactly. Firefield Nevin, he is playing Pokemon Go with Paul Sereno. And Drizzle says, and I agree completely. If Ward is going to play, he shouldn't be leading off. Nevin is weird. You can't tell what he's trying to do out there. You can't. And that's the frustrating thing. You think you know the guy. You think you have a pulse on what he's going to do, and then he does something ass backwards. Swilly says, Ward's last at bat was the last straw for me, to be honest. Looking at 3 pitches that were all strikes is embarrassing. I think Ward, or I like Ward, but him being on the field simply doesn't make sense. And here's the thing, Swilly, and everyone out there. I want you guys to look at Ward's swing. Now, if his swing is a straight through swing, it's sort of like chopping wood straight up, right? It's like a tree standing. If you're going to cut a tree down that's level with your waist, that's his swing. Now, if you have a swing like that, you should be waiting for pitches in your zone. But he gets fooled so easily, and he still keeps the flat swing and the barrel of the bat pretty much flat when he swings downward. So you're never going to make contact with a tailing away fastball, with a slider or sweeping slider. You're not going to make any contact with it. You would need an uppercut swing like De La Cruz had tonight to reach those pitches that are in the dirt. But he has such a love affair with those. It drives me and my dad crazy because he'll swing at stuff letter high or higher with that same flat swing, no uppercut motion, none of that stuff that Gooby talks about with a launch angle, none of that stuff. He's a flat swinger. That's why he doesn't hit too many home runs. Now, last year when he did hit so many home runs is because he wasn't swinging at those sliders. The pitches were coming into the zone, and he was able to get that straight barrel right on the ball and was driving it out every time. But this year's completely different. The book on him is, hey, throw him something, have the angle of your arm and your hand appear to be throwing it high, but have it dip down, like throw tailing away fastballs, sliders, pinch him inside, throw him up in the zone, stay away from the strike zone because in a way, he can't hit anything outside the strike zone. And then to Swilly's point is, what drove her nuts is he finally gets pitches and then sort of like a pitcher just being like, hey, man, I just want to end this game. I'm going to throw him down the middle. If you hit it, you hit it. You don't, you don't. And he's giving him cookies. Like Taylor Ward should bust out the milk and indulge in those cookies. Hit a home run, hit a double, make some fucking contact. But he stands there. That's the worst, is when you stand there on pitches that come right down the middle. That's why in the heat, in the highest point of Trout's slump, he was standing there and taking 1 strike, 2 strike, down the middle. Then he'd strike out at a pitch either up in the zone or down in the zone. He wasn't then swinging at anything in the zone. You're like, well, then why the hell did you let one go right down the middle? That's where we are with Ward. I think this is the peak of his slump. This is why he should have days off. And you're making all these excuses and load management days for these other hitters, but a guy who's clearly sucking balls right now, you're like, nah, you're going to lead off. You're going to lead off. You're going to tell the rest of the players, because, again, you want one of your hottest hitters, one that thinks outside the box or knows or can pick up things, even if he strikes out, can go back over to Trout and Ohtani and be like, hey, man, look out. He's got a lively fastball today. You're the guy who's leading off. You're the guy who's got to pass the message. Is this guy's control on today? You know what I mean? You're the first guy who's going to face these guys. You've got to relay that to the next hitters and give them tips as you go on. Ward's just like, I don't know, man. I just swung at some shit in the dirt. Your guess is good as mine how good he is today. That's not helping. You know, and and it's sad when I trust a guy like Neto and Urshela and guys like that can come in there, either a straight up rookie or a veteran who will take the responsibility of leading off seriously. Because right now I don't think Ward is taking this seriously. You got to be in tune. You can't be this bad as a leadoff hitter. Because again, if I wanted a leadoff hitter like this, I would just go back to Squid. Also, Dan says, did Moriata get the outright release or AAA or 500 tacos from Taco Bell? I think he got 500 tacos from Taco Bell first, and then he got released. Also, let's see, XNC checks in with, if we win the next 2 games, I can forget about tonight's loss. That's the thing. Got to win the series. Nevin doesn't belong as a major league manager. Dude was a shitty third base coach. What did we expect? And Drizzle says. Don says it's 1 loss and we don't have to get all gloom and doom after every one. It's true, but again, I don't want to like, if we lose this game 6-5, we're better with runners in scoring position. You know, then Miami just flats out beat us. But again, you leave a lot of guys on base. You never know what could have happened. There's better decisions to be made in the lineup, and again, you're taking away your hottest hitter 2 games in a row. You got away with it the other night and still got a win. He's still sitting on the bench. And what did we hear Erica Weston say the other night on Thursday? She's like, or on Wednesday. She's like, Moniak's ready to play. He says he wants to get in there and play. Did they play him on Wednesday? No. He was ready to get into play. He had his batting gloves on. Didn't even get it into the freaking batter's circle to warm up. Nothing. See, Todd loves Dodgers and is definitely retarded and rides the short bus to Chavez latrine. Mateo says Angels get the circus music tonight. I think the way they couldn't hit tonight, I don't think they get the circus music tonight. But they do get a lot of.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Yeah, they get some of that. David Roscoe says Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since '96. Jeez, it's been a long time. That's when I used to play NHL 96, I believe, when they were on the cover. Whatever happened to Randy? Randy's been around. Randy is actually, when you see him show up on here, he's part of that the podcast thing, the podcast page. He has his own thing on here he promotes too, so you'll see him a lot. Landon says Thames needs to pull on all the guys in and get some intense hitting batting practice. Let's see. Also, Dan Rio says now we need the sad Carmen Bad News Bears music. Yvette says I'm glad that to be around people who know about this team sports. The guys behind me were annoying with stupid comments. Well, most likely. I mean. Again, you'll run into those fans. I rather, I don't know, pick your poison. The annoying fan behind you or the one that talks about what kind of food that they ate the last week, what kind, when they're going to do their laundry, their kids' karate lessons. That's the type I can't stand. That'll just have full-on conversations. And by the end of the game, you're like, God damn, I know where this lady's going to be the next week and a half. I know that her favorite place to visit is North Carolina. You know what I mean? We have those fans at Angel Stadium. It's take the good with the bad. At least our fans aren't stabbing and macing and drugging each other, and also whatever they do over there at Dodger Stadium. I don't know. You have to wear a bulletproof vest, but the other side of it is you have to put up with the nonsense, either stupid fans saying stupid stuff, or you deal with all the stories and that you don't care about so-and-so's grandbaby looking like the father so much, they can't deny. It's like, shut the hell up, Artie. Just watch a game. See, Don says we got to give them credit though. Some 3 of their runs came off of good pieces of hitting. They weren't bad pitches. No, I agree, Don. Like I said, De La Cruz's home run was awesome, and the bunt by Segura was great. A lot of things worked out for them tonight. You know what I mean? I'm not taking anything away from them. I'm just saying we should have put up a better effort. Like the Marlins have nothing to complain about other than they could have scored a lot more runs. I mean, the Marlins had a lot more chances to blow this game open. Mateo says everyone has Cole Calhoun syndrome. Game sucked, but Chase Silseth, Matt Moore, Tucker Davidson signed my hat tonight. Oh, that's cool, Vetter. Landon says Sosha would make players earn their spot in the batting order. Todd Fox grew up and as a Dodger fan. Yeah, sure I did. That's like not even what is it called? That's a flashpoint thing, man. That would be an alternate dimension. Question: does Ward need to shorten his swing? Absolutely, yes. He needs to shorten his swing, and he needs to learn to shorten his little zone, make his zone a little bit smaller, and take a little bit more pitches. Not the ones down the middle, but lay off those ones that are high and lay off the ones that are balls in the dirt.
Hey, Kit! Lay off of those high ones.
I like the high one.
Mule!
Next!
Paul Sereno is a Hall of Famer hitting coach. Stop the hate. Oh, God. Let's see. Swilly says, I agree. A chop up for the tree. Swing isn't bad. It stays in the zone for a long time, but he isn't swinging at pitches in the zone. He's super in his head. No confidence in baseball will eat you alive. Couldn't agree more, Swilly. That is dead on. That's why your TikTok and freaking other social medias are off the charts, because she has good takes. I fully endorse following her. Sim says, does it seem like Urshela is the only one who knows how to hit for contact and under different game situations? His bat finds the ball. His hits are not simply lucky hits. Exactly, Sims. He's not the type of, he'll hit into a double play every now and then. I get it. But for the most part, you're absolutely right. He hits balls to right, to left. He's just a smart hitter. And that was a very smart pickup by our GM, Perry Manassian. Swilly says literal cookies and beach balls. I honestly think that this is all by design, just like we've been saying, just like the Major League movie. Ward or Adele right now. Oh, don't go there, Hayes. That's kind of messed up. Yeet says, I've noticed that Mike Trout has stopped diving for balls like he used to early in his career. Renfroe and Ward aren't that athletic in the outfield either. 3 for 4 line drives hit today that could have been outs. Those are debatable. I think Trout might have had a shot at that one in center field. I think he pulled up on that one. Renfroe, who knows, could have made a play. It's hard to say, and I really have not been impressed, Yeet, with Ward's play in left field. By the way, Yeet, message me on Instagram. I know the last time we were talking all on here in a group, I remembered you said you wanted to do something with your college with an Angels thing. Definitely hit me up, man. I'm definitely interested in helping you out there or getting something going right there with that. Also, it's by design. Search up Geometry Sports all rigged by the numbers. Oh, wow. My overtime pay will feel great. 4 days of overtime. Jesus says, also, when are the Angels going to call up more of their top prospects? Taylor Ward needs a new swing and to get his old swing back. Yeet says, is it time for Detmers to be sent back down to AAA? I think he needs to regain his confidence. I think for right now, I think, again, if you look at his starts, actually, while I read some comments, I'm going to get up to read Detmer's last few starts, and you guys tell me if he needs to go down or not, because that is a question. Look, he did that after the no-hitter, and he freaking hit all kinds of problems last season, but then he got it going after the minor league trip. He got back up and started pitching much better. Let's see here. So here's his last 5 starts. So he got tagged. He had 3 no decisions and 2 losses. So in the start against the Royals, he went 5 2/3, 2 runs on 7 hits. The next start was against Milwaukee. He went only 4 1/3. He gave up 7 runs on 4 hits. The next start was against Texas. He took the loss, 3 runs, 7 hits. Against Cleveland, Ohio, 2 runs, 6 hits. And then against Minnesota, he got the no decision, 2 hits and 3 runs. So, and 5 2/3. So he has not reached the 6-inning pinnacle for a while now, and including tonight's start as well. So he's pitching very average for a guy who should be on another level right now. So, yeah, that is a bit disconcerting right there. Also, as far as making moves, they've been making moves, Jesus, as far as the pitching side. As far as hitting, I don't know right now. Tonight aside, we've looked better. There was 6 out of 7 that we've gotten before this game. So, again, yeah, we were doing good. See, why do Angels fans hate the Dodgers so much? We much achieve world peace. How? When people actually die in your parking lot. That is like the opposite. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Fans are killing each other. Mr. Moves. Also, Eric Torres got promoted to AAA Salt Lake Bees. When do you think he'll be called up? If anything, Eric Torres, a guy like him, another September call-up. The thing that pisses me off, the Dodger fans, they always fucking speaking on us, and when we lose, but it's always crickets when we win. Have you noticed that too? Absolutely. But and you know what? Most of them come to our stadium because A, they can't afford Dodger Stadium, and B, they feel safer here. They rather, and I've talked to many Dodger fans that say, "Hey, man, I don't even trust my own fan base. I don't like going to Dodger games. Here it's much more relaxed. You could drink a beer and not worry about getting into a fight with a fellow Dodger fan. So it's not only that they fight other fans, they fight themselves." Vetter says it's Hammer's birthday. Hope he calls in. See, we don't hate the Dodgers. Y'all just that annoying little delusional brother that always keeps bugging the big brother. Also, they always talk about the past, which no one cares about, and there is no bubble championship. I don't count the Lakers, and I sure as hell don't count the Dodgers. Those 2 seasons should have never took place. They have mean-ass asterisks. Just ask the Sporting News. Check out the Sporting News. They still consider the Dodgers having one of the longest streaks of not winning a World Series. So at them, not me. Todd, let's see. Most of us hate L.A. It's a liberal shithole ghetto. No peace in L.A. Let's see. Oh, geez. He's just trying to troll. Vetter says they played that I know that dude clip at the game today. I screamed, "Let's go Hammer." You mean this one? Let's see. Where is it?
I know that, dude.
Exactly. That's for Theis when he's like, "Dude, what's going on?" Also, Yeet says Angel games are very chill. Everyone of all backgrounds and ages get along, unlike at Dodger Stadium when they fight and throw a beer. OC is a different league compared to Ghetto LA. I agree. Then Trout and Ohtani comes to your Dodgers. The Angels become 2.0, and Jose Suarez will be your ace, and Loop will be your closer. Velasquez will be your cleanup hitter. Okay, that's great. Also, let's see. Have you seen the video of the Dodger fans getting kicked out of Angels Stadium? Crazy part is Angels were playing against the Texas Rangers. That's true. XNC says, my problem is, why are Wayne Randazzo and Patrick O'Neill taking turns broadcasting? I really can't stand listening to Patrick O'Neill. I hate Patrick O'Neill, XNC. The problem is he gets Patrick O'Neill has to take over when Wayne Randazzo, much like we had with Matty V when he would do national games. Wayne Randazzo has to do the Apple TV crap, so he's contracted for that. So that means we get gifted on Friday nights with Patrick O'Neill and his bullshit calls and his, all we need is a grand slam right here. All we need is this right here. Hey, there's plenty of baseball left. There's literally 2 outs. Or moron says, player of the game in the 8th inning, Gio Urshela. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but the player of the game doesn't always have to be an Angel, number one. And number 2, the game's not over. What if something did go crazy and the Angels got 4 runs to tie it, and they went to extra innings? Someone else not named Gio Urshela got the game-winning hit for the Angels. Is he still the player of the game? But no, that's Patrick O'Neill logic. That's Bally Sports logic. It's so stupid. The 2 Dodger fans are fighting each other. Mateo says, what's Roger Lodge saying? Roger Lodge is saying you have to stay positive. And I'm mad at the fans because...
Anymore. I just can't. And they can fire me if they want. But I can't sit around and listen to negative phone call after negative phone call. If you're a so-called Angel fan, if you're a Halo honk for life like me, then shut up.
Yeah, he's telling the Dodger fan to shut up. And he's saying, you could suck on my...
It's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Also, Vetter says his last start was great, but this game was not so good. And Drizzle says, unpopular opinion, but why not bring Adele up and send Ward down? Adele is doing good right now. Yeah, he's close to 20 home runs, but the problem is, and Drizzle, he's going to come up here and do nothing. And if he does nothing, I mean, there's a chance he could do something. But what if he doesn't do anything? If he doesn't do anything, the trade value that he's gotten himself back up to in AAA is gone. I think we might have a low-key rush. Bachman still in work in progress. It could be, but only time will tell. We got to see a few more innings from him. See, we're fighting nowhere. Don says, yes, I see the claim. They don't like us, but stay at our games too. Exactly. The NBA at least had a full season. Yeah, but it was stopped. Here's the thing, though, Andrizzle. The Lakers actually were hurt in the beginning of the season. If you look at their record, was not good. And a lot of those teams, again, when the bubble hit and the COVID hit, a lot of guys didn't come back, didn't want to play. And so the rosters were weakened. There was no road games, no traveling. All that was bullshit. I mean, at least with the NFL, they traveled. They went to, with empty stadiums. You still had to go to Seattle. You still had to go to Washington. You still had to go to Texas. You didn't just say, hey, we're going to stay in Florida and play football. They didn't do that. At least they traveled, and you had somewhat home field advantage with a pumped-in crowd noise and all that crap. You didn't have none of that crap into the NBA. It was just like rec ball. It was terrible. It was terrible to watch. It still is terrible, but it was worse to watch that year. And then as far as baseball, Dodgers just stayed in Texas. They never even had to travel. I mean, the Tampa Bay had to go from freaking Florida to freaking San Diego and play there, get used to playing in San Diego, and then all of a sudden go to Texas and play all their games in Texas. There was no travel back and forth. It was stupid. It was severely stupid. It should never have finished that season. That season should have been cut. Let's see. Matty V says it's so bad I can't stand him. Oh yeah, Matty V is so bad I can't stand him either. I just like him on the video game The Show. Bloop and a blast, and the game is tied. Shaquille O'Neal should be calling the Angel games. Yeah, he'd be like, I should have been Mike Trout and the Trout and then hit the home run. Ohtani guy, and he said that he did. Back to you, and that would be Shaquille O'Neal. And then Roger would be like, oh boy, I can't understand a damn thing you're saying, but you know what? I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and John Stamos.
Also, let's see. Vetter also says, I think we should have Trey Grills Smith do the game. Or have the Grills Smith, Terry Smith. There you go. Dude, you guys are so messed up for making fun of his grill. Who says I'm a Dodger fan? Maybe I'm an Angel fan who's trying to make the Dodgers look bad. Oh, geez. Detmers is really good for just bad. No in between. Roger Lodge bobblehead night featuring John Stamos. It would be John Stamos riding on his bike and they're going down Catella. Also, how is Papa feeling? He's pretty pissed off tonight. I'll tell you that. Where did the reciting of Roger come from? That was recorded, and someone kept that. And put it on YouTube. It was a deep dive. I had to really search for that one because I was looking for clips when he's like, James, can you play me the highlight of the home run? I was looking for stuff like that, and then I heard like Roger's pissed off. I'm like, I gotta see what this one is, and that's why I got that one. I'm like, hell yeah. The Roger Lodge soundbite kills me. If you're a Halo honk for life, then shut up. Yeah, and then he goes on to say this. Watch.
Quick. Sosha's gotta go. It's this guy's fault. It's that guy's fault. Forget it. Let it go. We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight. If you don't want to say anything positive here this afternoon, stay off of my phone lines. The Angels...
If you don't want to say anything positive, stay off my phone lines. So he's like, basically, if you're not Magic Johnson, stay off my phone lines. That's annoying, dude. It's so annoying that he's still on the radio. I can't stand that guy. And if you want to say, oh, you're just jealous because you wish he'd be in his spot, hell yeah! Because I'd turn that shit into something actually popular. I'd turn that into something that maybe people would listen to instead of turn down because your voice is so raspy and annoying. And then right when you want to hear about Angels baseball, he's like, well, it's time to talk about UCLA basketball, WNBA, war in Russia, and the economy. I was like, guy's a dumbass, dude. I swear to God. Sorry, I just get he gets me going sometimes. Let's see. Back to the comments here. Bachman needed to be saved from that shitty Southern League baseball they're testing out. I think he will settle down. He's got the stuff. The sinker and cutter combo will play well. I guess I think he will too. I think this one was more on nerves tonight. Big Hammer checking in. You're alive. He's at the river tonight. Donald Bacon says, call up Adele and send down Ward. The effort he makes in left field and that last at bat is inexcusable. He has been suffering in left field. He's terrible. Pay no attention to the fans of the Little League World Series champs. Johnny B. Good says, attention, 1, 2, 3. Are you ready? Yippee, Dodgers is the name of my school. Okay. Where do you think Gio Urshela needs to be in the Angels starting lineup? Jesus, I like him in the number 1 or number 2 spot. I would like to push Trout and Ohtani back down one, but that's not going to happen. Send down Artie and bring up LeBron. Hayes says, oh, this season starts tonight. Yes, Willie, that's what he says. I think that was in either July or August because when the Angels were 500 like 39 times that year, he's like, don't worry, the Angels are 0-0. The season starts tonight. There's plenty of baseball left to go. Yeah, we're 10 games back of Houston, but we're only 7 games out of the wild card. Shut up. Sim says, need to start hate watching the Yankees games. They're a team standing in the way of our chances of the wild card, a game and a half back. Here's the thing I'm going to say real quick about the Yankees. And I heard a piece on YouTube, and I read an article on Facebook. And it was by the same chick. And I can't stand that they love Judge so much, that New York biased. And the title of her thing on Facebook was, Judge is more than just a home run hitter. Really? What else is he? That's all he is. He doesn't play any defense except when he played us. And he's got nothing else. And he's a hit and miss guy. If he had balls on him, he would have took the shot in San Francisco and showed you how good of a hitter he is. But no, he knows he would not hit home runs again in that giant stadium as much as he would the easy home park of the Yankees. And they're trying to say that he deserved last year's MVP and he should win this year's MVP? Really? So there's a guy who freaking pitches to like Cy Young capability, and if the Angels' run support wasn't so bad, probably would have won 20 games last year. And if they're not blowing games this year, he should get between 15 and 20 this year. And he's most likely going to hit 40 to 50 home runs this year. He could have hit that last year. And you mean it's look, until Ohtani retires, he should be MVP every year. And the Cy Young should go to the best pitcher. And if he's not the best pitcher, give it to somebody else. But how the hell are you going to take that away from him? And it's not like Judge turned the page and blew everyone's mind in the postseason. No, the Yankees got their ass punked. And who did nothing in the postseason last year? Judge. So I don't want to hear this shit about how good Judge is. That's an asinine take. It's an asinine take by an East Coast biased reporter. And that pissed me off. It's like, dude, are you serious? Even if Ohtani played for another team, I don't care. Except for the Dodgers. That's where my bias comes in. If he's a Dodger, you don't deserve any awards. You deserve jail time. But that's besides the point. But if Ohtani played for like the Mariners, if he played for the Brewers, if he played for anybody else, even Houston, who's better than he is? Nobody. He's the MVP. Hands down. As long as he's at this elite level, both pitching and hitting, you can't top him. You just can't top him. And I can't stand when they try to look to take that award away from him. It's so stupid. It's the same thing that happened in the NBA this year when they had to give the award to Embiid. Jokic is the best player. Look where the Nuggets are at. They're in the freaking championship. And you took away his 3rd straight MVP. He deserved it. It's all politics. Let's see. Laugh at myself. Should call in and play that. Yeah, I should play it right back to him. That would be hilarious. Also, can I just say I'm glad professional teams are allowing their broadcasters to travel now instead of the games in the truck. Mateo, we still have our guys in the truck. I'm sorry. Roger talks more Dodgers than Angels. Yes, and what idiot Roger Lodge is as well is he plays freaking Vin Scully's home run call or Kirk Gibson. He plays other Dodger highlights. It's like, bro, they would never play our highlights in any of their intros on any Dodger radio station, on any Dodger pregame. They still call us Anaheim. No, I don't think so. Remember when Ward said he wanted to win a Gold Glove this season? Yeah, what happened to that, Swilly? PS3 says, when are you guys going to make a Discord server for Heedy? We've been asked that a couple times, bro, but like I literally can barely keep up with the social media we have. We'd have to hire somebody else to do some more social media because I think we can barely keep track of Twitter and freaking TikTok. And then we got all this other stuff, we got IG and then the YouTube page and podcast responsibilities. We would literally need one or two more people to join the group because there's just so much going on. And with all our stuff that we're going to be pumping out merchandise-wise, the freaking giveaways, the remotes now that we're going to be at Noble. So on June 10th, we're going to do a watch party June 9th here and then because we're going to be sick of Patrick O'Neill for that game. June 10th will be the live at Noble Brewery where we have all the discounts, the food, the games, giveaways. And then July 1st is a big tailgate, first one of the year. So we got a lot of stuff to come up before we even start, I wouldn't add anything else right now. Let's see. Yeet says, what are your thoughts about Victor Rojas' new podcast? He's been talking a lot about Artie's corruption without actually naming him. I haven't had a chance to listen to it. I just knew he was going to be good because he's got such a great baseball mind. And he's a heavy hitter. He knows a lot of people. He's around the game. Victor was like, if you look back on our YouTube page and me and Fernando freaking interviewed him, he danced around that too. Like he talked a lot about the stuff he didn't like at the stadium and around the team without mentioning Artie's name. And he definitely didn't give him any praise. So I'm glad he's out there speaking his mind. I think it needs to be it needs to be said. So I'm glad he's doing the things he's doing. Hey, says ToddFox. Also, I don't know why. See, I've never listened to Roger Lodge on the radio. Is he that much of a clown? Yeah, he is. Just give him a listen to, Alex. Tomorrow or not tomorrow. Monday through Friday. I think it's like 3 to 6. He's the shittiest, cheesiest radio DJ next to freaking Rick Dees. If you ever remember Rick Dees, good God. Call up Ben Joyce and Kenyon Yovan. Yovan's been like, dude, he's been knocking on the door for a while, but never gotten the chance. Ben Joyce is, like I said, he'll be a September dude. A Judge is 6 inches taller than Trout and a worse arm somehow. Yeah, it's crazy, right? And again, he doesn't provide nothing else. It's not like he's a stolen base threat. It's not like he's a defensive genius out there, a whiz. He doesn't work a lot of walks. He's all or nothing. It's just home runs and strikeouts. That's it. Also, do you think Mike Trout's rare back condition is affecting his at-bat swing? Now, see, that's a good one right there, Hayes, because he might. It might be. You never know. We could be thinking, wow, he can't catch up to a fastball. Maybe it's pain. I don't know. I don't see him grimace too much, but that could be something there. Judge looks like Jackson Mahomes. Probably dance good, too. Alex, yes, Roger is an Angels ball washer. Yes, Cody. Also, let's see, Ohtani will give up 10 earned runs tomorrow, so he will devalue himself for the Dodgers. Well, that's great. Todd, I know how to run a Discord. Well, maybe I'll have to message me on Instagram now, man. Let's see, Discord is easy, Vetter says, and you can get Rumble going. Well, here's the thing, Dan. I tried Rumble, actually, and I tried Rumble, and Rumble makes you pay for lives. So it's like when we're already in the red with everything else, it's kind of hard to add another thing to it. So it's like that's why I kind of stay away from using Rumble right now. But when I heard that when they're getting popular, more and more popular, they're going to make it a free live streaming just like on YouTube. Also, Hayes says, I'm down to run the Halos in the Infield MySpace. Well, have at it. Have at it. Also, Todd, bring Papa Fox to the game on Sunday. I'm going to try, but I think we have already tickets. Or I might, if you have an extra ticket, let me know. And maybe he could sit with you guys because I know we're going to be in a suite and we already got full capacity in Suite 78. So if you guys got a free ticket, I'll bring him, and he could chill with you and your grandpa, Landon. But I offered to have him up in the suite, but he doesn't like sitting in the suites. So my dad's very picky. See, I got Victor Rojas to block me on Twitter. He's a tool. Rick D's nuts. You mean these?
These nuts? Got him! Got him!
Sim says, swear judge is being fed MLB mandated meatballs to hit bloody joke. Also, Ryan says, I wish Pete Alonso, even though he's in the NL, gets 60 home runs this season. That would prove Judge's record can easily be toppled. Otani's, on the other hand, will never be broken for a long time. Exactly. And I like Pete Alonso, too. Darth says, when are you going to accept that Texas is actually really good? They ain't going to just fall off like you keep saying. They're going to compete this season, all season. Listen, Darth, I'm not going to fall off of my prediction, man. And you can call me stubborn. I've been called worse in my life, but I'll just say this. I got a feeling, man. I got a feeling about them that they're going to fall off. And again, and I know until I'm proven right or wrong, I'm going to keep rolling with it. I am going to keep rolling with it, man, because I'm a man of my word. I doubled down on it when everyone else is like, hey, man, take Texas seriously. I'm like, I can see the cracks in the goddamn foundation. It's going to happen. So I'm sticking with it, man. I'm sticking with it. But kudos to you and anybody else who wants to call me out if Texas continues on their rampage. Not yet. If they continue on their rampage, then by all means, you can call me out and tell me how wrong I was, and I'll have to take it. Dan says, put every Heady show on Rumble for later. Free DVR. Can't always catch the shows. Oh. See, because we already have the account. We already got the page set up on Rumble. I haven't moved anything over there. This account can't receive your message because they don't allow new message requests from everyone. What the hell? All right, well then hit me on I think Heady Fox. That's my personal one. You can find me on there. Don says, much love, Todd. Got to go back to got to go, but great show, brother. Let's bounce back tomorrow and get a dub for the Halos. Absolutely, Don. And hopefully see you at the game soon. Vetter says, nah, man, I had the same problem. Yeah, you know what? Hit me up at, I don't know why we have those fucked up settings, dude. But if you guys want to just get in touch with me personally, it would be on, because I even forgot my handle. It's Fox Todd Heady. So it's Fox_Todd Heady. And you want to hit me up there, we can get in touch. Yeats and all you guys that have good ideas and stuff, you want to either run it by me or just talk. I get back with everybody, so don't even trip. Yeah, there it is right there. Vetter's got it. Fox Todd Heady. That's me right there. That one actually takes messages. For some reason, I don't know why the other one doesn't. It's not just a feeling. The Rangers have had the easiest schedule, lowest win percentage in the MLB schedule. Also, Angels have another top catching prospect. Gustavo Campero will be the great catcher for the Angels. Yeah, they're still waiting on Cuero too, dude. Hold on, Landon. Well, just give me a couple more minutes. Have a good night, Halo fam. I have to work early tomorrow. Well, then get it, my man. Hayes says Angels play at home for my birthday versus the Orioles September 6th. Really hope we are making a run for the postseason. Yes, I want to see good baseball. Fuck it, call in right now, 714-598-3221. Jim says, just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that Creamsicle. Oh, that's right. Yes, the important ice cream race tonight. Creamsicle won tonight. So everyone's favorite Kremley advertisement. Everyone's favorite Kremlin advertisement. You got to see the ice cream cone win.
Hello?
Yes, sir. What's up, Supra?
Hello?
Hello? Are you there? What happened?
Hold on a minute. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? Well, hold on. Let me check something real quick. It might be something that was set off here. Hold on. Let me make sure everything's set up, because sometimes it screws up the settings and then all of a sudden I don't have any kind of like sound, and that would be a problem. So let me make sure everything is good here. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, we should be good. Yeah, we should be good. So calling again right now. 714-598-3221. There we go. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, there you are. All right.
Oh, yes. We did lose, but we did fight. We did try to fight, but we lost overall. But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
How dare you?
it was a tough one tonight. Again, you leave a lot of guys on base tonight, and they had so many hits tonight. I mean, the game could have really got out of hand, dude.
Yeah, but it was close. It was close. Not too close, but pretty close. And I have one complaint about Detmers. He needs to stop trying to strike out people, man. Like that's why he keeps throwing like 10 inches off the plate to try to strike people out, and no one's like swinging at it. And that's how he goes from 0-2 to 2-2 and 3-2 and to a walk. And he gives up runs that way, and it's really damaging.
Well, it's one thing that like Gooby was saying early in the year that we're giving up too many 2-out hits. We're giving up too many 2-strike hits. So they're not attacking these hitters as they should, especially when you get ahead of the count. I mean, you shouldn't be throwing anything letter high. And these guys are throwing stuff letter high that, for the most part, the Angels are damn lucky they're not giving up more home runs. Like, the hitters are just putting the barrel of the bat in the ball, and it's going good places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone's trying to strike people out, and it's just a bad mentality. I think Ohtani should be the only one because he knows how to strike people out. I think the rest of the Angels should like focus on contact, like weak contact. That's how Reed Detmers got his no-hitter, with weak contact. So he got 2 strikeouts in his no-hitter, and I think he should stick with, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did good, like you said, with a no-hitter when he pitches the contact, but he noticed in those games the pitches are down, and when he gets hit, it's up in the zone. So that's been the problem. And the difference in the game tonight, again, the Angels were 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. The Marlins were 4 for 13. So they didn't do much better, but they got a couple more hits when it counted. And that's the big thing right there. And again, another thing that's hurt the Angels is you get a run, you can't get a shutdown inning. You give it right back.
Yep. But I guess it's one game, not too consistent. So we really need Ohtani to show up tomorrow. But I'm not too scared of the Marlins lineup, except for like Soler and like Arise.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. He needs to stop throwing that same sweeper all the time. But he did do that last time, so hopefully he doesn't make the same mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I like our chances. The next 2 starters throwing Ohtani and Sandoval out there. It's just, can we get any kind of like consistency in hitting wise? And for the love of God, stop starting Ward. I fully expect tomorrow Moniak leading off. Moniak,
Yeah.
mark my words, Moniak will lead off tomorrow.
Yeah. Ward, I just look at 2022 Ward and 2023 Ward. He in 2022 he a little bit leans towards the play, like diagonally, and he doesn't do that. And 2023, I don't know if it's some kind of balance problem, but I just noticed that. But
yeah, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow, my man.
Mm-hmm. And about your Discord, what do you want on your Discord? Just asking.
Bro, I don't even know. I'm so like oblivious to that platform, bro. Like, I don't even know how it works. Like, seriously, I've been asked to start one, and I'm like, dude, I wouldn't know how to. I don't know what you put on it. I don't know.
I think I know how to run it. I made a lot of servers before, so yeah.
Oh, okay, well then hit me up on message on my thing, dude, and we'll talk.
I did.
Oh, okay. I'll get back to you then, bro.
All right, go Angels. Hopefully Otani shows up.
Yes, exactly. Have a good one, man.
Yeah.
All right, that's super right there. Jim says no BS for those attending Sunday. Well, I was going to read it. It's the Halo Honk line.
Are you kidding me?
What's going on, Landon?
We need to get Nikita Kucherov in there and do that. Are you kidding me? After tonight, because Sykes and Neto had a chance, and the dumbest decision in the ninth. You have a chance. You have Moniak there, home run hitter, time and time again. But you put Ward. I love Ward, but still, Moniak can get that game close and get Ward and Trout and Otani up, and I don't know, and probably do something.
Yeah, I mean,
but instead, Nevin.
Oh, go ahead.
Nevin wants to do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and just sit in the bed and throw the game away.
Yeah, I mean, there's opportunities in the game where, again, like I don't know what some of the hitters were looking at. I don't know if it's the Marlins pitching all that great. Their bullpen is a little bit underrated, so I know they got some arms in there, and we do too. But they made the pitches when they had to. They made the plays in the outfield. We left guys on. We had some bad at bats after getting some, because we were pressuring them all night. So it's not like we weren't pressuring them. So I like that. We weren't just going 1, 2, 3 and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, like for a team that doesn't have anybody that was not available, so to speak, he could have used his bench a little better in a few situations. So it's one of those things where, again, we win despite Nevin, I think, sometimes. I mean, sometimes Nevin will call the right moves and whatnot, but there's a lot of times where when we win games, the team makes plays and somehow pulls through despite Nevin's decisions.
Yeah, and I'm tired of hearing people say just CFA Ward. It's not his fault that people refuse to work with him in the batting cages. Trout, not doing well. Otani, not doing well, but no one says DFA them because they're so high ranked. I mean, this is coming from an Angel fan, but they can't get hits either. Ward, Trout, Otani, Renfroe, Drury, get all these guys in the batting cages with just the guys that can't hit. Same dude's called batting practice with just the guys who can't hit, so we can get those one-on-one time with them and get their swings to where they should be. So we can get those home runs and can get back into games with it like this.
The Major League Union has ruined Major League Baseball, or the Players Union has ruined the baseball, because you used to be able to take these players and be like, all right, man, we're going to get on the bus, we're going to go to the stadium, and we're going to hit batting practice 2 hours early. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And, now, players it's voluntary, like they can say no. They don't have to go to early batting practice. They don't have to run extra drills. They're so babied now. Whereas in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, for the most part, if Sosha wanted to run the guys laps around the warning track, they'd do it. You know what I mean? Like I can't tell you the last time I've seen players do that, run around the freaking warning track, get extra stretching in, more batting practice. You just don't see it no more. I used to see guys come up too when they were taking batting practice, practicing on their bunts when the coaches were throwing the fastballs at them. The batting practice fastballs, working on their bunts. Stuff like that is non-existent in today's game, and or at least for this team. Other teams still do some drills and they still work on specific things, but I think our coaches are just, I don't know, man. Like, I want to blame the coaches, and then some of it I want to blame the players, because I'm feeling that the players' egos are getting in the way too, and they need to put those aside.
It's becoming like the NBA. The NBA, the players do what they want, practice when they want, don't have to show up, and there are players that will show up and do all that they should be doing so they can pick up the wins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who, but I know there's some players that won't do it. Maybe I think Harden, I think is one of them, because his ego is one of the biggest, along with LeBum. But one of the ones that have the big ego that I respect is Curry. Because Curry, he gets out there, he doesn't take the babying. But all these guys here, they take the babying. Like, oh, we don't have to run? It's voluntary? All right, I'm going to go and relax. No, you show your ass up. You get your ass to work and work. But Sosha, he didn't care. If Sosha was still coaching, he wouldn't care who you are. You don't want to practice, you're on the bench. Put someone in. Put someone else in.
Yeah,
but Nevin, it's okay. You don't want to practice? All right, you'll still play tonight. You can go relax.
Yeah, and those teams had leaders too, and this is what we don't have on this team as well. Like Vetter just brought up, the Marlins had batting practice, and he was there early for the game. So I mean, it's just a shame that because this team could be much better. I mean, the fundamentals is what this team's lacking. If they get the fundamentals straight, they'll be fine.
Yeah, this is kind of hot, but like we saw it with Madden. Madden made you earn your spot a little bit. Osmith, we were in the shit can. When Madden came in, we kind of got that fundamentals going back again we had with Sosha. Then we went on the 14-game losing streak. But what I still can say, there have been positives. There were still positives, even though we didn't make the playoffs. Like the pitching, that was a big positive.
Yeah.
Huge. That was like the best I've seen the pitching in forever. Probably the last time I think, before last year, our last good pitching team was 2014, before last year.
Yeah.
And, like, Madden, like, I feel like is the only gripe I had with Madden is is the same gripe I had with Nevin. No batting practice. Getting the guys that need the hits in with the batting practice. Extra batting practice. Adele, he could have been what he is right now in Salt Lake, but with the Angels in the big leagues. And we can afford to put Ward back down in Salt Lake and get Adele down in the dirt, force Adele down in the dirt. And the only place we didn't see like that tweaking, like making them earn their spot, is in left field, and that'd be Adele. But like as the season progressed, Madden saw, shit, I shouldn't play Adele. I should be playing Ward.
Well, I mean, hindsight being what it is, they need to do something fast right now because I'm telling you. Oh, by the way, your grandpa's asking if your homework's done. Hello?
Hello?
He's just trolling you. But, hey, well, let me get to another phone call. Good call again, Landon, and I'll let you know if my dad's going to come on Sunday. Later, man. All right, that's Landon right there. That opens up a line, 714-598-3221. I saw someone calling right now. It's either going to be, what is it, Fabio, or it's going to be freaking Big Hammer, because I'm pretty sure Big Hammer is going to tell us all about his awesomeness at the river. Grillmaster says, yes, there he is. Just like that. It's a Halo hotline. What's going on?
Guess where I am right now?
You're at the river.
Yeah, I know that, dude.
I'm gonna get lit tonight.
Oh, no!
And there's hot girls out here, bro. There's 2 hot girls from high school out here, bro. And I'm gonna get some pussy tomorrow or Sunday on my birthday night.
Wait, what did you say? You're gonna get some what?
I'm gonna get some girls this weekend because there's 2 girls in high school here, and I'm gonna try to flirt with them.
Okay,
and,
cool.
Yeah.
Cool, because it sounded like you said something else there for a minute.
No, but I'm gonna get so wasted tomorrow night and Sunday night because it's my birthday night, and then maybe Monday night, and then I'm leaving on Tuesday. But it's gonna be so much tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, bro. But I just wanted to tell you I made it out here safely, and I'm gonna be drinking Shirley Temple soon, and I'm gonna be getting lit tonight after this phone call. Oh yeah.
All right, man. Enjoy yourself, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Later.
Go Angels.
Go Angels. Call in, Fabio. I know you. Oh, there he goes. It's a Halo Honk line. What's up, man?
What's up? This is Fabio, first time caller. How we doing?
Good. How you doing, man? Thanks for calling.
Yeah, brother, man. I've been watching you for like a year now.
Oh, okay. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I've been seeing you on the comments.
Sometimes I push it in there, but usually I'm just, watching you do your thing.
Oh, okay, okay. Appreciate that.
But, so how long have you been a Halo fan? How long?
86.
So what was the lowest of the low, like year-wise? Well, you were like, damn, bro.
Lowest?
I don't know if I should keep doing this. Yeah, like the suckiest year you've had as a fan.
95 when we lost to the Mariners in the one-game playoff because it's just that year it was a roller coaster. They were 12 games in first place at the end of August and somehow blew it. And then they fought to get back in it and just to get blown out by Randy Johnson. And then I think when Shanahan Park for the Dodgers kicked Belcher for the Angels in the face, and I'm like, man, we have a sucky team. I was like, I don't know, man. I was feeling it, but I stuck with it, man. I've never left the Angels.
Who's your favorite player of all time on the Angels?
I think it's a tie for me, Tim Salmon and Guerrero. I think Tim Salmon, I found out recently, he's a bit of a dick, so I kind of like pushes him down for me. I kind of go with Guerrero because dude was always happy, humble guy, came from nothing, was just an amazing player in Montreal, and then when he came here, that's when he became a true Hall of Famer. So yeah, I'd have to say Guerrero.
Fucking, I remember growing up, I was a Yankees fan. I know, you're gonna fucking destroy me, but because when I first came here, in America, I was like, oh, the Yankees, they're like the most, worldwide known team.
Yeah.
But then when I saw Vladimir on the Angels, I was like, bro, this motherfucker is hitting the ball before it even fucking, like after it hits the floor, type shit. You know what I mean? It's like, what? How do you do that?
Yeah, he had amazing hand-eye coordination, and his son's like almost a spitting image. So it's like, it's fun to see. And that moment they had with Trout and him, and his son was awesome, dude. Almost brought me to tears as a fan. But I get it, man. I mean, when you come, what country did you come from?
I came from Peru.
Oh, from Peru. Okay, yeah.
South America, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I understand because like a lot of people when they come here, when they choose football from another country, it's usually the Cowboys or like the 49ers, stuff like that, because those are like the premier teams. And then if you're if you follow baseball, you're thinking New York is like the Mecca, and then you got to root for the Yankees. They're like the staple. So and then also when you come and you want to be a basketball fan, it's Lakers.
Yeah, fucking. Yeah, no, but I've been a fan of the Angels now for. I mean, I wouldn't say on and off because I didn't really watch that baseball for like 8 years, but now that Ohtani's here, that's my team, bro. I've been following every game. I've been literally watching every highlight. I've been writing about every fucking game, like a post game, like a little. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's hard sometimes when you watch every game.
No, I get it, man. I mean, because again, especially like last year, man. Like last year we were being questioned by people in August and September. Like, you didn't give up on this team. Why are you guys still doing post games? Why are you guys still doing podcasts? It's like, because it's our team, man. Like, we're gonna follow them where they're in. Yeah, exactly. And because you find out real fast how good your fandom is when you have a year like last year, or who's a real fan and who's not. Because if they're still there talking with you late in the year, they're gonna. Because that's why I keep telling guys like Mateo and others that haven't experienced the playoff game with the Angels. It's like, dude, just be patient. When it gets here, you're gonna freaking love it. It's gonna be like something you've never experienced before. Well, it is actually.
Yeah, I've never been to like a playoff game of any sports, but dude, like back in my country, fucking soccer is like crazy. So if it's like half of that at least, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's intense. Like soccer is on another level. Obviously, like if you ever watch a World Cup like I did this year, I got into it.
You watched the final?
Oh yeah. It was one of the most intense things I've ever watched.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was amazing. But with Messi and Mbappe going back and forth, it was crazy. But like playoff baseball, dude, like every pitch freaking matters, and it's like nothing. Like in 2002 when I went to World Series Game 1. It's just every pitch mattered. Every pitch mattered. It was intense. It was just I don't know how to explain it, man. Like that was my first like playoff run of any kind, and it was blowing me away how intense the games were, dude. Like I didn't want to get up. I nearly pissed myself, dude, because I was holding it so bad.
Gotta wear a diaper next time we go, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta be more prepared. But that's cool, man.
Yeah.
So where you stay at now, dude? Where do you stay at to go, or how many games you go to?
So I live in Texas right now. I live in Austin.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is nearby where your what's your co-podcaster? What's his name?
Oh, Fernando. Yeah.
Yeah, Fernando lives in Texas.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to go to any games, but I mean, hopefully when they come to play the Astros here, I think they come later in the year. I might be able to go down there and watch a game.
Were you closer to where the Rangers play, or are you closer to Houston?
Well, I'm in Austin, so I'm like 4.5 hours from Dallas and 3.5 from Houston.
Oh, so it's about the same. Because I know I'm going to go down there in August to see the Rangers series with Fernando, and he's getting a couple of the there's a couple other friends of the podcast that are over there. So yeah, man, if you want, we'll set something up, dude. If you want to go down and hang out, we'll do a Rangers game, because I know that's what we're going to shoot for in August.
Oh, fuck yeah, when the Rangers are 10 games under 500 and we're 20 games over, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah, man. Hopefully by then they'll be out of it, man, because I can't buy them, bro. Like maybe next year, but I can't do it this year.
Bro, like I told you earlier, I don't know if you caught it, but they've had the easiest schedule this year in terms of like win percentage on their opponents. They've had the easiest first ranked schedule, so I don't blame you for not thinking they're not going to make it.
Yeah, I mean they got a lot more games to go, and they're a veteran-laced team, at least pitching, like even in the bullpen. So I mean, 1 or 2 pins fall, dude, they're in trouble. Like again, they already lost DeGrom. There's no timetable for his return. Andrew Heaney, we all know, sucks. A lot of these guys are going to start going down, I believe. And then the hitting's good, but we've already seen the Seager hit the DL for a while. He barely came back. So I don't trust them. I really don't.
So I have one more question. What do you think our record will be at the end of the year? If you had to say, like not a full like guess, but like okay, around this many wins.
I predicted 92 wins. That might be over their head, but I could definitely see 89, and then that would punch us a wild card at least. 92 might have us real close to the division. But I think 89 would punch our ticket to the postseason, and that's all I want, dude. It's just get back to the postseason, man. It's all, and you never know what can happen once you get there.
I mean, just look at the Phillies last year. Just needed a chance to get in, and they fucking went all the way pretty much.
Exactly. Padres did the same thing too. I mean, they weren't expected to make it. Made a nice run in August and September, and took out the Dodgers, and they nearly made the World Series themselves. So, you never know.
It'd be crazy if we play the Astros or the Rangers in the fucking playoffs. Oh, man, we won? Dude, I'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah, it beat any team in our division in the postseason, and we got bragging rights for a long time. So I like that.
Fuck yeah. All right, man. Thank you for letting me talk to you for a bit. I'll talk to you next time, bro.
Yeah, you got it, man. Anytime you want to call in, call in.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. Later. All right, that's Fabio right there. Thank you for the call right there. Let's see. Dan says soccer. Didn't watch any bit of it. I'm an American. That's most of America. Vetter says, Todd, have you seen the Father's Day hats, and what did you think of them? Personally, I don't like them. No, I haven't, actually. I haven't seen the Father's Day hats. If there's some sort of like light blue, I get it. But other than that, no, I have not seen them. I did kind of like the military hats. The military hats were kind of fire. So I don't know what. I'll have to look that up after this right now, or maybe I can check it out real quick to give you a quick reaction. Let's see. By the way, I know we were talking about it. what do you call it? The other day about that group coming to Dodger Stadium, and then the Angels, they got disinvited and then they got reinvited. Funny news about that today is the Dodgers actually they're gonna have a Christian Day. So to offset the satanic group that's coming in, again, because it's nothing against the pride thing. It's just if you look what they do with the crucifix, how they mock religion, that's my problem with it. It could be, some people, I've even heard atheists are kind of upset with it because, like, dude, like that'd be like us going into Dodger Stadium mocking religion. It's like the same thing. But then they're going to have a Christianity Day later in the season, and they announced that all quick. So I was like, okay, way to go, Dodgers. Seems like you hire the same PR people that we do. Let's see. I thought that was kind of funny. I'm like, man, it's just never-ending stupidity in this world on some sort of. Oh, the blue and white one. Is that the? 5950, the blue. That's kind of cool looking. I just don't have anything to wear that with. I'm like one of those guys that like I need something to match. I need to like freaking match the hat with. Like the military one. Dan is right. That it is bitching. It's a cool ass hat. I don't know, man. Shoot. Yeah, it's because I see a different one here too. Fanatics one. It's like a red and yellow. They have all different kind of variations. Damn. By the way, too, if you're they have some good old school looking ones too. On I'm looking at Fanatics right now. They have some pretty cool angel hats on here. Yeah, some pretty nice ones. They have the one that was $42, and it has a World Series logo on it. Oh, it's the pink. That's not the one. Then they put it wrong. It's actually like a reddish pink Angels hat with a gold trim. That's only going for $19 fitted, and with a 2002 World Series patch on the side. I'm not like super one of those hat guys, but I do like cool looking hats. But maybe I got the wrong one. But yeah, all right. So that'll be the show for tonight. I've already gone on for like an hour and a half. Appreciate everyone for hanging on this long. We got to get him tomorrow. Let's get him tomorrow, and then we'll be at the game Sunday. So if you guys have tickets, and come by and say hi. We'll be in Suite 78, and then might be walking around too. Let's see. A real Angels fan is the loudest one, not what he wears. No, I get it, Brian. I get it. That's it's like, it is what it is. But I do like nice hats, and I do have a variety of jerseys. I like to mix them up when I go. Like sometimes I'll rock the old Disney jerseys, the new ones. I have an Angels jersey, like the newer style, but it says like Whittier on the back where I live, and then 562 the area code. Got some other ones, like I got that Halo Honk one. I got customized ToddFox, the new what is it, City Connect. The only jersey I'm literally missing is I don't have a 1960s one. I have all the other eras, every jersey you could think about. Oh, and the Anaheim Road jersey from 2002. I don't have that one, but I'm like a jersey hawk. I love jerseys. Like some guys do the fitted hats and all that stuff. I'm a jersey guy. I love wearing jerseys to the games and stuff like that. So I like hats too. Wear one every day. Thanks for your hard work, bro. I appreciate it, Brian. Love the comments too. I do see those ones you do on YouTube. So don't think I don't see those. I appreciate it. And appreciate all the love. And again, we'll be on here tomorrow. We'll be having some giveaways, so look for that. So that whole thing that we did the other night with the family 4-packs, we're going to be getting more of those from 714 Tickets. Likely for the first week of June. So around there, we'll have some tickets to give away, and then after we'll have some tickets. Probably, I'm trying to see if I can get some tickets for the tailgate too. Even though $55 gets you all that stuff, I might have some free tickets for that, and then we have some cool stuff and some swag to give away. Come June, the first week or so like that, we should have some shirts and some stuff to give away. So really appreciate everybody. Dan says going to the game tomorrow with my son Nolan Ryan. Dude, go on Sunday, Dan, so we can see you, because I can't go tomorrow. I got some prior stuff that I got to take care of tomorrow. but otherwise I would be there. Hammer, stay safe and enjoy yourself out there on the river and blow out them candles as you get closer and closer to your Hanukkah day. Jim says, just saying, can we have a bunt today? That would be nice. At least have 2 bunts. So in a game, because it seems like it's been a long time since we had one. And hopefully tomorrow we will be...
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
Oh, my boy bought him. Well, have him go to 714 Tickets and get him for Sunday, too. And come say hi, because we'll likely see all you guys there on Sunday. Hopefully Jim's there, too. And he said prepare. There's a lot of little leaguers there, too. So that's always fun. All right, guys, have a good night. And we will talk tomorrow night, hopefully after an Angels win.